What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're taking a look at the brand new Hasbro Marvel Legends Odin. This is a beast. I'm pretty damn excited. I think Odin is awesome. This does make me want a Zeus, so keep that in mind, Marvel Legends. I would like a Zeus, but this is a really cool looking figure. I'm very excited. It's got a ton of accessories. There's the barcode if you're looking for it. I got mine off of Amazon. Said it was supposed to be here yesterday, then got switched to like the end of the month, and then I got a notification last night that it's coming today. So yeah, pretty excited about that. But with that being said, without further ado, let's go ahead and open this god up. So getting this big boy out of the package, I gotta say, there is a lot to like here. A lot. I think I only have one problem with this guy, maybe two, but the one I can't really hold Hasbro accountable for. But damn, now this is an Odin figure. I know a lot of people had a problem with the Build-A-Figure before. I don't think it looked terrible. I never had it. I've had pieces for it. I've almost built it, but then like I wound up selling them because some of the pieces are really expensive. So I was like, well, whatever. And Odin wasn't high on my want list at all. But then when I saw this figure, I was like, holy shit, and pre-ordered him immediately. This thing is awesome. So yeah, I'm very happy. We're gonna start by taking a look at the head sculpt here and just damn. The wash or like dry brush in the beard and the hair is so subtle, but so nice. The matte finish is so well done. I like this quite a bit. A little bit of a dry brush would have been nice on the fur pelt. And then obviously you get a soft goods cape here, which is not so common for Hasbro. I actually don't even remember the last time I got a figure that had a soft goods cape. But then you just look at this intricate detail here. The sculpt work is insane. All these pads and stuff have like scarring on them. The musculature looks great under the metal plating. There's paint on all the rivets and stuff on his hands. This portion is nuts. This chainmail is fantastic. I love that bronze color that they chose. This paint looks great. All this sculpting detail looks insane. And it carries all the way to the back. And that's all painted as well. I love that. I think that is fantastic. I do wish this stuff was painted like it is on the front. But I can't hold them too accountable for that. Plus, I'm going to have him with the cape on. I know some people might want to take that off for like Warrior Odin. But for me, I like that. And you get the boots. These studs are all painted except this one. I don't know why they didn't wind up painting the bottom one. That's a little frustrating. But all these like horns and stuff. Damn. He just looks great. Just a couple more dabs of paint, I think, would have done it. My biggest issue with this figure in general is that they didn't paint the gold in most places. Like, this gold looks fantastic. The painted gold looks fantastic. But then you get this molded gold, and it's not that good. It's not terrible, and I don't hate it nearly as much as most people do. But I would have definitely preferred if it was painted like this. So, you know, it's a minor gripe. But then, like, the boots, I don't know. I just think, like, imagine if this all the gold was painted like that, combined with this metallic blue, which is beautiful, by the way. I absolutely love that blue. Looks great. It would have looked 8 times better than it already does. And let me tell you, it already looks great. Now, in terms of accessories, they did not skimp on old Odin. So he does have 2 interchangeable hands, both just C-cup gripping hands with nice vertical hinges on there. But what does a man like Odin need to hold? So, of course, you're going to have his big old staff trident thing. And I hate the color that they molded this in. At the very least, I would have liked if this was painted. There's no paint on this at all. That does frustrate me a little bit. But the sculpt is beautiful. And yeah, we're going to talk about that. Get this hand out. Plug this hand in. That looks awesome, having him hold that. That looks great. I like that quite a bit. So that is really well done. So he gets those 2 interchangeable hands, and then obviously you get an open hand and a fisted hand. I would have liked a full set of fisted hands. I don't really care about having a full set of the clench hands, but I would have liked a full set of fists. For the other gripping hand, you can have him hold this big old sword. Now, they painted this. Why didn't they paint the staff? And I like the staff better as a weapon anyway. But look, they even put like blue and bronze on here, painted the gold. The sword looks fantastic. Make sure it's a little bit focused. The sword looks fantastic. I wish they did that treatment on the staff. Then you go ahead and get his 2 ravens, or crows. Nice sculpt. This is a new sculpt, I think. Or maybe this came with that one Thor. I have no idea. And you get this little crow, too. He's pretty cool. You can kind of have them up here. Oh, that actually went on right away. What is this one? Oh. I don't know why people are complaining. I got them on pretty good. They're not going to, like... And they're not going to, like, fall right off. No, it's actually pretty good. I like that. But then the final accessories you get are some interchangeable hair and helmet pieces. And this is where I think this figure excels. So, we'll do this one first. So, what you're going to want to do is take off the fur pelt on the shoulders first. And then you pop off his hair, which he does have fully sculpted hair underneath. So if you just want the hair look, you can do that. But if you take this off, you have 2 helmet pieces. The cape can also come off if you want to take that off and put the pelt on there. You know, there's options for this guy. But you get this one. No, I'm going to do this one first. You get this Viking-esque helmet with gold and all that's nicely painted on there. Pop that helmet on. Boom! That's freaking sick. He's not going to stay on there. That looks great. That is awesome. But I think that's more Loki-esque. For me, I want this one. This nice royal crown. And then you put this pelt back on. And it like molds to the hair. Which is really genius, to be honest. Like I said, I think they like really took their time with this one. Kind of ruins head articulation, but we'll talk about that in a second. But damn. That is how Odin is going to stand on my shelf. We need the Warriors 3. They were not high on my want list, but I really want them now. Get them with Valkyrie and maybe a new Thor and a better A Bill. The Thor lore would go insane. This looks great. I absolutely love it. So he's got a great amount of accessories. I really cannot complain. They are really, really nice stuff there. But as you probably could have guessed, articulation is not old Odin's strong point. And honestly, it's not bad for what it is, and it doesn't really bother me at all. So the head is really not going to do much. I mean, even if you were to take everything off, it's really not going to do anything. It's like pretty much keyed in thanks to this pelt, so I wouldn't even worry about that. The shoulders are going to go upwards that far. They'll go down, they'll rotate 360, and this like shoulder pad thing is a floating piece, which is like one of the most genius things I think companies ever started doing. You do get a bicep swivel, which is kind of just a floating piece because you get the single jointed rotating elbow, which is incredibly tough. I actually pinched myself on my finger doing this. And then the wrist swivel and hinge horizontally for the fisted hand and the clenchy hand, but then it does have a vertical hinge for the weapon wielding hands. Now, the torso here, look at that. That is nuts. We'll rotate. He can kind of crunch. You gotta like tuck this thing under there. I'll take this off. You can kind of crunch that down a little bit, up a little bit, pivot side to side. That is nuts. I'm very happy with that amount of articulation. That is great. Really, really like that there. The hips will go out pretty much to the splits, which is nice. Kicking forward is going to be a big thing because I know a lot of people are going to make thrones for this guy. And he can kick forward okay. I'd say that that's all right. That's not terrible. You do have a thigh swivel in there, which I didn't know this at first, but you get double jointed knees, which are pretty good. So theoretically, he could have a pretty good throne pose. This is why I think they did the soft goods cape, because I think a lot of people are going to want to do that. So not bad. And then the ankles are really tight on this guy. At least for mine they are. So they'll go up, down, and pivot. So yeah. There's no boot rotation, which I don't really care about, but I know that's like the new thing now. People are complaining about, oh, there's no boot rotation. I mean, boot rotation's nice, but I mean, everybody was complaining about that, like, Astonishing X-Men Wolverine and how bad the lack of boot swivel was. And it's like, yeah, you know, I wish it was there too, but I don't care that much. So I don't know. Maybe that's just me though. But yeah, this looks fantastic and definitely moves the way he needs to. I don't think Odin needs to do crazy poses. For me, if he can do this, I'm pretty set. I'm totally okay with that. So yeah, I think that's awesome. And as promised, he's a big boy. Here he is next to the NECA Toys King Kong, along with Jazzo's Fortnite Series 6-inch Peely. And Kong is my biggest guy that I use to compare. Look at how he towers over him. Even without the helmet, he'd be as tall as Kong. So that is pretty damn awesome. He like dwarfs him. Here he is next to the McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman, along with the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Series Darwin. It's crazy that the company who made this also made this. They even look like they should be in the same toy line. That's like insane to me. And then finally, here he is next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends What If Series Zombie Captain America. So yeah, as you probably could have guessed, I'm thoroughly surprised and impressed with how good this figure is. Yeah, I know he just fell, but the angle of my desk is bad, so I can't fully hold him accountable for that. But now the pose looks like shit. But anyway, he just looks fantastic. It is such a good looking figure. I cannot believe the sculpt work that went into this. He may not be like the funnest to play with, but like some figures you go into wanting to have fun posing in and playing with it. I didn't have that idea with Odin. I just wanted him to be a big, bulky bruiser and look great on the shelf, and he does all of that. So yeah, I'm very happy about it. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. So at a price point of around $60, I think is what this guy's going to run you. I'm giving him a 10 out of 10. I'll give him a 9 to be fair. I think the gold should have been painted everywhere. I wish there was paint on this. You know, the joints being tight is a little frustrating. So 9, 9.5. I won't give him a perfect 10, but it's still good nonetheless. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. If you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. I post a lot on all those apps, and I have a great time, so I'm sure you will too. But as always, let me know. You coppin'? See you guys in the next one. Peace. What goes on, guys? I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them, as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.